Hello students, good morning. How are you? I hope you all are fine during this lockdown. Though the lockdown is there, but we should not leave our study. It is very important for our life. Students, today I am going to teach the students of standard 9 the questions and their answers that I have left in its 50% of the chapter A Truly Beautiful Mind. The same chapter I would like to continue in this video. In my previous video, for the same purpose, I have completed up to 3. So, today I will start from 4, question number 4, or the extract that I am going to read out, that is number 4. So, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Extract number 4. Extract number 4 and page number 253. 253. So, extract number 4. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. Later, he became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. Question number 1. What did the headmaster tell Einstein's father? So the answer would be the headmaster told Einstein's father. The headmaster told Einstein's father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Means the headmaster was very negative. Okay, the headmaster's statement was very negative that he told to Einstein's father. Why? He was a teacher. He was a principal of the school, but he stated a negative statement for Einstein because Einstein as a student was not up to the mark in school. That's why the headmaster, the principal, told it to Einstein's father. That time Einstein was not up to the mark as a student. That's why. So the answer, the headmaster told Einstein's father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Next question. Why did Einstein learn to play the violin? We all know about it. Einstein began learning to play the violin. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6. Why? Because his mother wanted him to. Einstein's mother wanted him to learn violin. That's why he started learning to play violin. Next question. What kind of skill did Einstein maintain throughout his life? So we know at the age of 6 Einstein started learning violin and he became a good violinist. He became a very good violinist. So say Einstein became a gifted violinist that he maintained throughout his life. The answer of question number 3. I repeat once again. Einstein became a gifted violinist that he maintained throughout his life. Next, number 5. Extract of number 5. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to this dashing young man with the world's mustache. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Maric, whom he found to be a clever creature. This young serf had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines, those people in her family and at the university with whom her was constantly at odds. So after this extract, 4 questions are there. Number 1, where did Einstein decide to study after finishing his high school? So after finishing his high school, Einstein decided to study at a university in Zurich. And Zurich was in Switzerland. Even now, Zurich is in Switzerland. So after finishing his high school, Albert Einstein decided to study at a university in Zurich. Next, who was Mileva Maric? Where had she come from to study? The 2 questions are there. Who was Mileva Maric? So Mileva Maric was a fellow student. Mileva Maric was a fellow student at the same university, where Albert Einstein was. The next question of the same number, where had she come from to study? So she means Mileva Maric had come from Serbia. Mileva Maric had come from Serbia to study at the University of Zurich. Next question, where was the University of Zurich? So I told you the University of Zurich was in Switzerland. The University of Zurich was in Switzerland. What was special about this university? In the same number, this question is, what was special about this university? So this university was one of the few universities. This university was one of the few universities in Zurich that offered the female candidates to complete their degrees. Did you get it, students? I repeat once again. This university was one of the few universities in Zurich that offered the female candidates to complete their degrees in those days. So, it was special for this university. Next, why was Einstein attracted towards Mileva Maric? Einstein was attracted towards Mileva Maric because he found her to be clever creature. Albert Einstein was attracted towards Mileva Maric because he found her to be a clever creature. Means this girl, means he saw in her an ally, means a fellow candidate, means a good candidate, a good match. He found a good match in this girl. That's why he was attracted towards Mileva Maric. Next, in 1900, at the age of 21, the last extract, number 6. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured jobs in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. After this extract, again 4 questions are there. Number 1, after graduation, when Einstein was unemployed, what did he do? See, after being graduate in the year 1900, means Albert Einstein became graduate in the year 1900, and that time his age was 21 years old, means he was only 21. So after being graduate in 1900, Albert Einstein was unemployed. And during these 2 years, and then finally he secured a job in the year 1902. So in the duration of these 2 years, means from the year 1900 to 1902, these 2 years Albert Einstein was unemployed, and during these 2 years he worked as a teaching assistant and gave private lessons. So after being graduate in 1900, Albert Einstein was unemployed for next 2 years, and during these 2 years he worked as a teaching assistant and gave private lessons. Next, number 2. When and where did he get a job? So, when? In the year 1902, and the place was Bern, B-E-R-N. So, in the year 1902, he secured a job in Bern. So, when and where? The question is when and where. So, when he got the job? In the year 1902. And where? In Bern. So, in Bern, in the year 1902, Albert Einstein secured a job or got a job. Next, what was his job as a technical expert? What was his job? As a technical expert, Albert Einstein was supposed to be assessing other people's invention. What was his job? As a technical expert, his job means Albert Einstein was supposed to be assessing other people's invention in the patent office. Next, last question. While doing his job as technical expert, what was Einstein actually doing? So while doing his job as technical expert in the patent office in Bern, Albert Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. So while he was doing his job in the patent office, actually Albert Einstein was secretly developing his own ideas regarding physics. Means he was developing his theories secretly. So students, we have completed all the question answers, all the comprehension questions and their answers in your practice paper. Then page number 254, some questions are there which were already given in some years in the board examination. So student, I request you all and I ask you all that you have to complete the all question answers that I have explained through 2 videos, and then the questions which are given in your practice paper, try to complete at your home. That's your homework. So, bye. Thank you very much.